Alright, people, after a long thought about process last night over the phone with a few of my constituents, I've decided it's time. I am now willing to meet with African American leaders in this country. Notice I didn't say race baiters. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. I want to meet with the real African American leaders in this country. Not race baiters, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. I am willing to meet with whoever the African American leaders in this country so we can get to the bottom of the racial issues in the United States of America in the year 2013. It was a long discussion I had last night with 6 of my constituents. We thought about it. We said, you know what, who's better to go toe-to-toe and straighten out this whole racial demographic diversity we have in America right now than me. Not Rush Limbaugh, not the other yahoos out there, but me. I am going to the foreground right now. I am going to end this racial relation tension in America right now that has started all over a one senseless death. That the guy was already innocent, convicted, innocent in a court of law. He was already proven innocent in a court of law. Yet, there are people out there burning things, breaking windows. What are you thinking when you're breaking windows? Are you thinking of yourselves when you're out there protesting and breaking windows? Oh, I think Trayvon would have liked this. No, Trayvon's dead. He doesn't know what's going on. So you breaking windows now means nothing. That's why I came to the forefront here, and I am going to step up to the plate, and I'm willing to meet with any African-American leaders out there that want to discuss this racial tension, diversity that we have in the United States of America right now, and I'm willing to get to the bottom of it right now. And the bottom line is Eric Holder. I'm not talking about you either. As far as I'm concerned, Harris on Barney Miller, that's what you look like. I think you may have played him. I'm not willing to meet with you. You know why? Because you're basically a race baiter, just like Sharpton and Jackson. I'm willing to meet with people that have common sense right now that want to get to the bottom of these issues. Not just sit there and race bait and try to prolong the racial diversity we have in this country. Because that's what's going on right now. They want to prolong the racial tension, diversity in this country. I'm here to end it, to squash it. Even though I believe it's squashed already. But it's only brought up by the race baiters. In fact, I want to institute a law right now. I want Obama to sign over this law right now in the highest judicial court. That anybody, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, should no longer be allowed to speak in front of a camera. Should no longer be allowed to have any airtime on any news station. If any news station broadcasts anything they say on TV, they should be fined accordingly. But Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, you should never, ever speak in front of a camera again because nothing you say makes sense. And it's kind of sad when the African-American leaders right now that I see, the so-called leaders, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, there are better people on YouTube that represent more leadership in the African-American community than Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. So I stepped to the forefront here. Like I said, most white people don't want to talk about racial tension, diversity, relations, whatever, because everything they say will be misconstrued as being racist. I don't give a flying fuck. Everyone knows me knows I'm not racist. I'm here to conquer it, which I believe it's already conquered. But because the race baiters out there want to keep prolonging it, I'm here to put an end to it right now. So any, whoever the African-American leaders are in this country right now, you know, there's a quote by Booker T. Washington that someone sent me on Twitter yesterday. I wish I could find that right now. And you know what? I don't have my phone with me. It was on my phone. But if you've seen that quote, it would put Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Let's face reality. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson's careers are over. Look, these two idiots were leading a march that said justice for Trayvon, a big sign. The trial's done. So you want to try opening another trial up to convict him because you didn't get the decision you wanted? Are you kidding me? The fucking evidence was there. It was self-defense. All right? You can play this trial out 200 times. It's going to be the same outcome. It was even the jury said there was no racial tension. It wasn't racially motivated. So if you don't get your way, in other words, if you don't get the right verdict, you just want to keep trying them until you find them guilty. They're like, okay, we won. Okay. No, you didn't win. You didn't win. We have a dead African-American man. We have a Mexican-American who, by the way, because I think he's got a white father, they want to consider him as white now. Well, Obama's got a white mother. Is he white? No, you want to claim him as black. But Obama is basically mixed. So you can't have it both ways. Either Zimmerman is white and Obama's white, or Zimmerman is Mexican and Obama's black. You have to accept the facts that I lay out to you. So I'm doing my best here to ease the racial. And let's be honest about it. I mean, the Fox News, all these news stations, I want you guys to stop even broadcasting anything on this fucking trial. Forget about it. The longer you prolong this by broadcasting any other, every fucking show on TV is about it. They're interviewing Rachel Jeantel. Are you fucking kidding me? If that doesn't set people back 200 years, then I don't know what will. A cracker. A cracker. A cracker. You see this? Now, why did that happen? You don't interrupt me. You're supposed to have the bottom of that fucking thing glued. Getting back to my point. I'll deal with you later. Getting back to my point. Rachel Jeantel was like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Now, granted, she's young. She got a lot to learn, but she should have never... I think, personally, that Piers Morgan was trolling African Americans. I really do. Because that was an embarrassment, that interview. That was an embarrassment. And let me say something right now. Like I said, there's one... The African community, African American population in the United States is 99% good. There's that 1% bad. Don't misconstrue this as me picking on African Americans. I'm not. Trust me when I tell you that. Every African American I know is good people. But man, you got these idiots that just want to prolong racial diversion and tension in this country anytime something happens. Like I said, there's fucking African Americans killing African Americans in Chicago, Obama's hometown, and he don't even address that. Why? Because it's not popular. Oh, by the way, there is a case in Wisconsin, I believe. A 70-some-year-old man killed. Now, this is a tragedy here. This is a tragedy, and you know what? This guy may be a little loony, but he killed a young 13-year-old African-American taking out his trash. He mistaken him. He said that he thinks the kid was stealing. Now, this may be, I think the guy's totally nuts, but this may be racially motivated. He may hate black people. And if that's the case, then throw the book at this motherfucker. 13-year-old kid taking out his trash, got murdered by some fucking senile old man. And like I said, if it's racially motivated, this guy was found to be racist, throw the book at him, put him in the fucking chair. Because I tell you what, 13-year-old kid, I seen him, he's taking out his fucking trash. He ends up dead at the hands of some fucking old motherfucker who should never even own a gun. After a certain amount of age, you shouldn't even have a fucking gun. I believe people should be able to carry guns, but if you're 70 fucking years old and you're senile, get rid of that motherfucker. So I want to touch on that case too. I know it'll be brought to light by Sharpton and Jackson, but I want to see if that case, if that's racially motivated, then you know what, throw the book at this old Yahoo. But I want to know the facts before I jump to any conclusions. I personally think he was senile. Maybe he was just fucking senile. That's my personal opinion. But if I find him to be racially motivated, racially intentional charge, then you don't throw the book at him. So you can tell I'm all for justice in this country. I ain't about no goddamn bullshit. I speak the truth. Y'all know this. I am the most spoken truth motherfucker on YouTube. Everybody else just wants to hide the facts. When I bring the facts, that's what I do. All right, get this shit picked up now. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. I got to make a fucking... Go get my fucking phone, you dumbass.